this week's Chant Breakdown. We're giving you your announcements and local weather. This week we're featuring artists at work, texting while driving, Weber's Library, cyberbullying, do you know, Facebook safety, your Jimmy Hill report starting in 5 minutes.
Another fire is burning at the crippled nuclear plant in Fukushima, which raises new worries about radiation exposure. The workers inside that plant, as we mentioned, were forced to leave to protect their safety, but then reportedly returned several hours later. Japan's Fuji TV, meantime, says radiation has now been found in Fukushima's water supply. And just south of that city, radiation levels are 300 times above normal. That is not deadly, but it is potentially dangerous. And as for the numbers, more than 11,000 people now dead or reported missing.
The U.S. has pledged to help Japan any way it can. CBS News correspondent Whit Johnson is at the White House with that part of the story. Hey, Whit, good morning.
Russ, good morning to you. Well, of course, those nuclear power plants are among the top concerns for the White House here. President Obama has been in direct contact with Japan's prime minister. The U.S. Department of Energy has been in contact with their Japanese counterparts. And the U.S. government really is sparing no resources for a country the president calls one of our strongest and closest allies.
This is a potentially catastrophic disaster, and the images of destruction and flooding coming out of Japan are simply heartbreaking.
President Obama declared a firm U.S. commitment to Japan's ongoing recovery. The White House is monitoring each development on a tragedy that, for the president, hits close to home.
I have such a close personal friendship and connection to the Japanese people, in part because I grew up in Hawaii, where I was very familiar with Japanese culture.
The U.S. military effort includes at least 6 Navy ships steaming towards Japan. They're deploying from the Western Pacific, as far away as Malaysia and Singapore, where the USS Blue Ridge loaded relief supplies ahead of its voyage. During a surprise visit to Bahrain, Defense Secretary Robert Gates announced all U.S. military facilities survived the devastation.
A very sophisticated country, but this is a huge disaster, and we will do anything we're asked to do to help out.
Beyond immediate needs for water, food, shelter, and medical supplies, USAID has deployed disaster response teams, search and rescue crews, rescue dogs, and equipment.
Our counselor efforts are literally 24/7 to make sure that we assist any and all U.S. citizens and are supporting the Japanese government.
And the State Department reports no Americans in Japan were killed or injured. They did have to move the State Department's command center in Tokyo to a different location as a precaution. Russ.
Whit Johnson at the White House. Thanks a lot.
It's your announcement.
Good morning. These are your daily bulletins. Softball forms. They are available in the front office and the media center. If you are planning to play this summer, please pick one up. They must be notarized and turned in by March 23rd.
Sounds urgent right there.
Yes, it does.
Science Olympiad. Practice Monday, 5:30 through 7:30.
Also, prom. The prom sign-up sheet is outside of Mr. Gates's room. Pay Haley Orant for dinner or favors. You have till the 31st of March.
Make sure you pay Haley Orant. Now let's send it out to Grady with the weather.
How's the weather out there, Grady?
Over here in the Middle East, we have 40. Down here in the Northwest, at Lincoln, we have 42. And down here in Kearney, we have a 41. Up here in the Northwest, we have 34 in North Platte. Norfolk's a 39. And back to Ord, we have 40 in the Middle East.
After prom party. The end is near. After prom party sign-up sheets and t-shirt order sheets are now in the front office. They can be picked up and returned to the front office staff. Please note that the return date is March 18th. Any questions regarding after prom, please get a hold of Janine Welniak, Arilla Orant, or Lori Haruza at the school.
Yearbook deadline, March 18th, which is 3 days to deadline, to purchase a yearbook, $30.
Activity departure. Friday, March 18th, varsity track leaves for the UNK indoor meet. Bus departs at 10:30. That would be today.
Would be today. After prom t-shirts. There has been a change. The after prom committee has decided to pay for both Ord Junior and Seniors t-shirts. How about that? So, when you fill out your after prom party form, only send money for an outside or sophomore dates t-shirt. Price is still $10. But Ord High juniors and seniors will not have to pay for their shirts. Again, any questions, please find Arilla Orant, Janine Welniak, or Lori Haruza.
Activity departure. Tuesday, March 22nd, FFA to livestock judging at Burwell. Bus departs at 5 o'clock.
Prom servers. The 2011 sophomore prom servers are dun 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 Megan Alexander, Emily Blaha, Brittany Bruha, Nicole Carson, Nikki, Cody Drudick, Taylor Hornicle, Jordan Knight, Sydney McKinney, Kaylee Pelton, and Cole Sabota.
Activity departure. Thursday, March 24th. State speech at Kearney UNK. Band departs at 5:45.
There's a lot of things going on in UNK.
Yes, there is.
Also, Friday, March 25th. Varsity track to Loop City relays. Buses depart at 12:15 p.m. And remember, if you walk outside without your shoes, your socks will get dirty.
And if you see Mr. Balloon Hands, tell him to come talk to me.
And have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Ryan, Ian, and myself. Here is your feature artist at work. Thank you, Tanner and Brian. Now we're going to send it over to Kenzie and Jerry with Texting and Tracking.
In the media center?
Well, it's going to be new, and we are going to use our old shelving, but we're going to have a lot more room.
How soon once the move takes place will the students be able to check out new books?
I would anticipate that we'll probably, be down for less than.
How much more space will you have compared to the original media center?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot more space out in the middle for classes to come in and possibly do some class work and just a lot more
a lot more space.
Michelle, now here is Austin and Chris with cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying is the use of information and communication technologies to support deliberate, repeated, and hostile behavior by an individual or group that is intended to harm others.
My best friend gave me the best advice. He said each day's a gift and not a given right. Leave no stone unturned, leave your fears behind, and try to take the path less traveled by. That first step you take is the longest ride. If today was your last day and tomorrow was too late, could you say goodbye to yesterday?
Did you know selecting students?
Guess who? Read the following clues and try to guess who the person is. You have 15 seconds. Good luck. Who is in 10th grade, works at the Vets Club, is the middle of 3 children. His favorite class is advanced art. It's Tanner Gillis. Who is a senior this year, works at Arby's, drives a silver Buick, has 2 siblings and is the oldest, and her favorite class is Accounting 1 with Mr. Wells. It's Rochelle Kumar.
Reading and making on Facebook safety.
Digital safety. What to do and not to do.
Facebook safety. If a stranger starts emailing you, immediately talk to an adult. Never add someone you don't know as a friend, because then they can access all your information.
Facebook facts. When you apply for scholarships or jobs, some supervisors look at your Facebook page to see what kind of person you are, so what you put on Facebook could affect your future. When you sign up for Facebook, you allow them the right to look at your info at all times. And even after you delete things, Facebook always keeps records and are accessible.
Coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much.
What not to do. Never post your plans, password, phone number, or address. Never plan to meet with someone that you have met on Facebook without an adult's permission. Never believe people are who they say they are. And don't just add people to add people.